So
Oh,
we are going to ask you the hard-hitting questions today, like your
oh,
favorite drink, things like that.
my favorite, my favorite drink is champagne,
Atta girl.
That is
and I'll
not
drink
champagne.
that.
She's
Yeah.
drinking White Claw.
This is White Claw. It's the white trash version of champagne.
Oh, okay. That's all right. As long as you like it, you have to drink it.
Well, we're so glad to have you. So tell us a little bit about what's going on. Tell us how you've been doing and what you're up to nowadays.
Well, right now I'm working on my new show, Darcel on the Move, which I'm real excited. My producer is Ed Emanuel, and I have a chance to be locked in with him so we can complete this project. So that's been fun.
That's
And
amazing.
Darcel, yeah, it's been fun. And Darcel on the Move is an all dance TV series, and it it has dance, music, live entertainment. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And
So is that on a
some old.
network or is it on like a YouTube series? Tell us a little
Well,
bit
we
about it.
don't have a network yet. No, soon. We're still in the process of making some great things happen. But I'm really excited about it. That's one of my biggies. Yeah.
We can't wait to watch. So you'll be dancing, I'm assuming.
Oh, we're going to be doing everything. We're going to be in the streets. We're going to be traveling. We're going to have live entertainment. It's going to be fun. Old school, new school,
I
any
love
school.
it. I love it.
Yeah.
So we want to go back to the very beginning. We want everyone to know
Oh,
the real Darcel. So as we said before, there's only one solid gold dancer that everyone knows, and that's Darcel.
okay.
So tell us how Darcel began. Now, I knew you grew up in Pittsburgh, correct?
Yes. I was raised in Pittsburgh. I came to LA when I was 9 years old.
Okay.
And I joined a dance troupe at my school. And from there, I was 13, and there was a Teen at Noon TV show. And I needed a dance partner, so we called to UCLA, got a guy that became my dance partner, and the rest was history. So I've danced on everybody's show, we toured, had a beautiful career. And at the time, I wanted to do more choreography. I got a call from Solid Gold.
Oh, wow.
And I know, and I thought I was going to be this choreographer, but when I got there, they wanted me to be also a dancer. So I told them I would do the pilot so we could sell the show. Then after that, I just, wanted to choreograph.
Right.
But after the pilot, our sponsor said, she comes with the show and I have to dance. So they made me an offer I couldn't refuse. So
you were on there for the first 4 seasons, correct? And then did you come back?
Yeah, I came back. Of course, after I left, I had to come back.
It was nothing without you then.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yes, you have to call it what it is, and and it's okay because before I used to be a little shaky about talking about Solid Gold and being the number one dancer, but I'm okay with it now. I paid my dues. And it was a good show for me. Actually, it was a good show for all the dancers because once I got in the spotlight, I talked to the producer about bringing the other dancers in the spotlight. So now we became a team, and everybody loved us. We had these sexy girls, these handsome guys. You weren't seeing that every week. So for me, yes, it was a good launching for me. And I've always wanted my TV show. And, the thing is so beautiful about this, my producer now, he was the cameraman on Solid Gold 40 years ago.
Wow.
He found me on Facebook, and he heard about my show, and he said he would love to do it. So now we're 40 years in the making of Darcel on the Move.
That's amazing.
And isn't it? Yeah. Good.
So when you started Solid Gold, did you know kind of the impact you were going to have on women?
Oh, no, I did. But I tell you what, if I knew who I was back then, oh, it would have been a whole different story. You know, 'cause back then, you know, you were just dancing. And I was on everybody's show, so it was my job. But I did not know the lives I touched. Everybody whose name Darcel was named after me. Even a guy was named after me. He said his mom saw me on a Jet magazine and named him after me. So a lot of things happened, and then the fans started, you know, hitting me up and just saying so many great things. I mean, I did not know I was so well loved. And then the Facebook was 5,000 here, 5,000. And my assistant was like, you know, I can't keep up with all these people. So I said, you know what? I'll talk to them because I'm like, if you take the time to say hello to me, I would love to just sit, you know. But it was getting like, you know. But these are people that grew up with me. They were saying, you know, we're kids, you know, and they're still with me today. So, yeah, that means a lot to me that the fans are still right today. Yeah.
I mean, I watched you as a child growing up with my family, you know, and I will never forget about maybe 10 years ago when you accepted my friend request on Facebook. I called my brother. I was like, oh, my God. Darcel just accepted my
10 years ago? Wow.
To me, I thought, this has to be an imposter Darcel. It's not the real Darcel.
No, I know. You know, Virginia, all my friends are like, is this the real Darcel? And I'm like, yeah, it really is because I know people don't take the time. You know, I did have my assistant at first because she knows everything. And she would just say she's this and that and the other. Then when she said, hey, this is getting to be too much. And I said, well, you just can't stop talking to them. Yeah. So I have a good time with them. And yeah, I have a few of them that we're like friends, you know, we just talk. And
well, and it's amazing. And just like I'm reading some of the comments coming in, and it says, you're so incredible. You actually talk to all of your fans. And, you know, so few celebrities do that. So, like, it's incredible that you do that. How is it connecting with your fans? Do you find it, like, does it bring back these nostalgic periods?
Well, you know what it does? It keeps my vision alive.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're telling me all these things I've done. They're telling me who I am. And they're telling me we need to see more of you. We want to, you know, you're still relevant. We want you to go. So my sister and I said, okay, let's do some 80s dance parties. So we're going to do some 80s dance parties and just, you know, give the people what they want, you know, because,
so
why not?
The 80s dance party, is that going to be a virtual dance party?
Well, we're going to do it with a DJ, and we're going to come on live, and we're going to just
you have to let me know when that is because I am your target.
Yeah.
So we want to know some other things. So, well, first of all, I want to know what part of Pittsburgh did you grow up in? Because I'm from Pittsburgh originally.
Well, let's see, Homestead.
Homestead, yeah, absolutely. That's over. I believe Kennywood Park's over by Homestead.
Yeah, and I used to go to my dance school up in Squirrel Hill.
Squirrel Hill, yes.
Little girl, yeah.
It's a small world, isn't it? It's a small world. I have no clue.
I've been dancing since 3. I haven't stopped, and I'm still dancing, you know, but the story of my life.
So good. I stopped dancing at 3, so I've gained all the weight from not dancing.
Well, that's okay. Just love what you got. I mean, if you're not, you know, you got to do what you can do. I do the same thing, you know. That's why I'm writing this book, Beauty Tips. It's called Darcel Seasons Beauty, because it's not all about weight. Yeah. It's not all about how you look. It's all about up here, too, and our thinking, you know, and that's what makes us beautiful. Yeah. You know, when you can smile and you can light up and be kind to people. It's not always about looking good because, believe me, we are not going to be looking good. We have this other virus called time, and it's going to kill us no matter what. And, you know, I used to tell my producer, Ed, I was like, well, when do I get to have a good time? You know, I can't eat, can't drink.
Right.
You know, how do I have a good time? So I thought when I got on this side of 50, I can have a good time. And and all these ladies talking about, oh, they look good for 50. You should look good for 50.
Yeah.
50, you know what? You shouldn't start like cracking up until around 70-ish. Because, because, you know, just keep yourself up, oil that skin down, and keep moving because age is just a number. Look at all these beautiful people. I love full figured women.
Yeah.
I love the whole thing. And I tried to become one, and everybody's like, some people went, oh, okay, Miss D got a booty now. And I was kind of liking it, but
we
then
call that in the industry a dancer's butt.
A dancer's butt. Oh yeah, well now they look like horsey booties now. Yeah, I don't want that kind of booty. But when you're dancing, you don't want to carry around all that. And then with the camera, it makes you even look more. So I enjoyed for a minute being full figure, but now it's time to go back to being skinny. We're trying to get there.
So we have a lot of questions from our audience, but before we dive into those, so what are your beauty secrets? What makes Darcel look so good still? Like
I'm happy.
Which is that? You're happy?
I know, happy. Who's happy? No, but
that's the secret.
Wait, no. Let me tell you what I used to do in my dressing room. I used to have this throne because I know my whole thing is goddesses. I love ancient goddesses up till today. And I used to oil my body down nude and sit on my throne in the dressing room. And, of course, the girls would come in and go like, what the heck are you doing? But, I didn't know that white people didn't know they were ashy because, you can't see. So
hey, listen, I'm glad you said it because I've thought it for years and nobody seems to understand it.
I know. But ashy, I'm like, you guys don't oil your body down. And, I'd have all these oils going on. Mm-hmm. But I have nice skin because of my grandmother and my mom and all that. I have other things I have to worry about. But most of the things, I used to jog, I used to swim, my dance classes, and even hire a aerobic instructor. So I wouldn't have lunch. I would work out. But I was like regiment, done. And after Solid Gold, I went into ministry and I started teaching the praise dancing. So, that was a whole other thing. I got to wear all these beautiful garments. So who cares what's underneath? Be lovely. But my thing for beauty for ladies, I mean, come on, just enjoy your life. It's just too much because now once you hit 80 and 90, when did you have fun?
That's right.
So
true.
My beauty tip is do what makes you happy, and anything that doesn't serve you, doesn't make you happy, get rid of it.
That's right.
Life's too short not to be happy. And I don't care what you like and don't like. I like it.
That's right.
Yeah. But I have some other little twinkles for you because I teach ladies how to do lap dances. That'll keep you happy. And him too.
So where do you teach? Are you still teaching? Is it the LA YMCA?
Well, no. I'm not. Don't say it loud because those girls are getting mad. My only thing was I have been teaching for so long. I just wanted to take a break. And taking a break, Darcel wanted to do other things. But I'll never stop teaching. I'll never stop, dancing. And I'll get back to that one day because I love my funk classes. Because my funk classes would bring in a band, funk band, and we would just jam. And I still love my funk today, You can't beat 80s music, and you can't beat funk.
1,000% agree. I have modeled my drag career literally after your career.
You know what? My first drag show I went to, it was Cher, Diana Ross, and myself. And his name was Coco. Absolutely gorgeous. I was like, yes. And I was blown away. Cher was beautiful. Diana Ross was beautiful. And there I was. And that was another thing that people would, copy a lot of things, and I started wearing my long hair and my braids and nobody was doing that. And, I just did my thing. That's why I said be authentic, be who you are. What makes you come alive, because that's what works.
And
that's the only thing that works for me is being myself.
And that's what's made you stand the test of time. You've been true to yourself. And you're a huge icon in the LGBTQ community. The gay community loves you. So how has your interaction with the gay community been? Did you know all along you were kind of
Oh yeah. Oh, of course. Tony, he passed away 96, but he was one of the other dancers on the show. Oh, me and Tony would hang. He would take me to all the places, And but I love him. I mean, believe it or not, that's my safe place.
Yeah.
That's my safe place. Yeah.
Well, we're so thankful that you're part of our community as well, and you look at us as friends, So
now let me ask you, Solid Gold, obviously one of the greatest, television shows ever. You were also in, and I might be a little biased, what I consider to be one of the greatest films ever made, which is Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh my God. I was 18 years old. And because, again, I think we're asleep when we're those ages. We're not really in touch with things. And I was in Israel for 5 months, walking places Jesus went and, doing certain things. And movie and what had happened in the movie, just personal things that we saw that happened to Jesus when he went up on the cross. Teddy Carl almost hung himself. I mean, there were things that were going on in that movie that I was surprised no one said anything about it as a mistake. But we are all still friends today. Teddy's been Jesus since,
There's nobody else that can play Jesus but Teddy, right?
He can play Jesus like Teddy. And that's the one role he's been playing all these years, and he's amazing. And him and Carl together, oh my God.
Yeah. So you actually filmed on location in Israel for that entire movie?
5 months. Beersheba, all over Israel. Dead Sea. And, when I was 18, what do I know? I used to hang out with all the Israeli kids. And one night we snuck out because I wanted to get some chic clothing and some Beersheba bracelets and things. I almost got stopped. Threw me in the back of the car because at that time I had blonde hair. And you can't walk around, the ladies like we do.
Right.
And they were like, oh, you got to cover up. And you got to do all these things. So anyway, they got me out of there. But I became close friends. I even named my daughter after one of the Israeli girls, Adaya. And her name means diamond. And, it's royalty in Israel. Yeah. So it was a beautiful time for me.
Well,
all my movies and TV shows have been amazing.
I want to talk about another movie in a second, but I do want to talk about your family for a second as well. So your daughter's gorgeous. And can you tell us a little bit about, what is your family in the industry? I personally know, but I want to tell a little bit to the audience that's watching about your family.
Yeah, well, my oldest daughter, she works for the government, and we all got together a few weeks ago and had our little family time and rented this house where we could all have fun. My second daughter, she is now, she does so many things. She's a nurse. She does hair and eyebrows and lashes, and she's colorful. She's an artist. She has a beautiful 3-year-old. My son, well, I was married to one of the Temptations for 30 years, Glenn Leonard. So all of the Temptations sons are forming a group.
That's what I was wondering, and I wanted to hear a little bit about it.
Yeah, and some good things are coming from that. All the sons of the fathers are coming together doing some things, but I think Glenn Sr. and Glenn Jr. may do an album or something together and do Glenn 2, G2. But a lot of good things. And this was good for my son because, my kids were with us in the industry and, Glenn had his career, I had my career. And I never knew my son could sing. He brought me a tape and said, Mommy, listen to this. And I was like, look, I do not want to hear your father singing. You know, I mean, I was done with that. I don't want to hear that. And he said, that's me. And he sounds exactly like his dad. I didn't even know he had it in him. And my daughter sings too, but she got in a group when she first came here from Houston, and then she didn't stay with it. But again, yeah, I think there's some love for it. But my son, I'm really excited for because he sat on this for a long time, and I never knew he had that in his heart. So, Big Glenn, he's doing his thing. He's got two groups. He has his Temptation group. Of course, they're inside now, but he'll be back on the road again. Yeah,
that's amazing.
It was a lot for me on Solid Gold, him on the road. It was a lot.
So,
but we got through it.
So you have a cult following, kind of, right? You have these people who just love Darcel. And there's another movie that I love that also has a cult following that you were in. I want to know a little bit about your experience in Xanadu.
Xanadu. That was a little wild too. I guess all my little movies were wild, and it was different. I guess it was all different for me because they were all different experiences, And what's so beautiful, they all singled me out. Even Superstar, when I became the #1 soul sister, man, when I busted around that corner, it was over. And after I busted around that corner, came Solid Gold, and I busted around that corner and came Xanadu. So it's like every time I did something, it just took me to the next level, And when he pulled me out and said, okay, we're going to tie you to the speaker, and you just work it. And I'm so glad they would just say, work it. Just do what you do. Because my sister on Solid Gold used to say, how come these girls aren't moving like you're moving? And I thought all women were sexy. You just work it, So I was like, I have no idea, but I know I'm going to go work it.
Let me tell you, Darcel, not everybody had what you had.
I thought...
You set the screen on fire when you're on it.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I'm trying to keep what I had and try to work with it now. Yeah, I'm trying to bring all...
I think obviously
I'm sorry?
Have an insane amount of talent, but I think the comfortability and the faith you have in you is truly kind of what, so many people get trapped in that moment of, I want to be this person, I want to do this, but I'm scared. You seem, and I'm sure you've been scared at times over your, during your career, but you seem to have this, this fearlessness about you, this passion for just being you, that I think has really, taken you beyond, where every time a camera is on you, every time you're on stage, you don't have a choice.
Yeah. Right. And I have a problem when people try to put me in a box and tell me, this is what I need you to do. And right then you cut my creativity. Because if I can't express who I am, and that's why I applaud my career, because everything I have done, it's me. Now, I don't mind growing and learning new things and being about something else, but don't take my joy away. Don't take who I know. Yeah, who I know I am. And I had to grow into that because I didn't know who I was. But once I realized Darcel could say no, that Darcel can have something, because, I grew up real quick, and I grew up in the business, and I thought I just did what people said. But when the shows that I did gave me the chance to be who I was and say, hey, just go do your thing, man, that really opened me up to find out who I am. Yeah.
So we have some questions from some of our viewers, if you don't mind. So this comes from my brother.
Oh, you're okay.
My brother was a huge Solid Gold dancer. Let me tell you, my mother is actually watching me online for the first time ever, and it's because you're with us.
Oh, hi, Mommy. Gotta say hi to Mommy.
So this is a fun question, and actually I'm interested to see. Who was your favorite host of Solid Gold? Dionne Warwick, Andy Gibb, Marilyn McCoo, or Madam?
Oh, it'd have to be Dionne Warwick. Because she was the one that encouraged encouraged me. You know, she was one of those no nonsense women, and you know, and I was so timid, and I was like, she was like, girl, you better go in there and tell those people what you want and what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I used to watch her on stage. When they tell her to do something, she said, I'll do it when I'm ready. You know, and it wasn't like she was a diva or anything. No, you got to give her props, you know.
She respected herself, yeah.
There you go. And see, I didn't do that. I didn't know to do that. I thought I was just supposed to do it, you know, they tell you. But she taught me a lot of the business. Yeah, she taught me a lot. I mean, I got along with all of them, but yeah, she was the legend. She was the lady.
I can't even imagine sitting there with Dionne Warwick, right? Like, how crazy.
I know. Yeah, all of them. And then again, you know, when I was in Vegas with Sammy Davis, he was my first professional person outside of TV. And when he got sick one show, they started hiring other people, Wayne Newton and all these big stars. So I don't think there's anybody I haven't worked with because they all came to take his place. And that was my big highlight in Las Vegas. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So as far as the show goes, who were some of your favorite celebrities? You know, when you found out, okay, this week so and so is going to be there, and you were like, "Oh, okay, I'm ready."
Well, I'll tell you, there wasn't too many because you know me being in the business, there wasn't anybody I was too excited about. But I love me some Teddy Pendergrass.
I was just listening to Teddy Pendergrass earlier. I mean, Teddy Pendergrass had.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but
my
you
friend
know,
Corey, who was watching, who was a huge fan of yours as well. I'm always like, do some Teddy. He sings. I'm like, play some Teddy Pendergrass for me.
Teddy Pendergrass, him, the OJs. But you know, when Teddy came on the show, you know, I was just waiting for him to come, but that's when he had his accident. And oh man, my heart just, you know, to see him come up in that wheelchair, and I was like, oh, but you know, hey, Teddy is Teddy. And yeah, I enjoyed seeing him. But you know, we had so many people on that show. Not too many people stand out.
Now, I have to ask because I'm a huge fan. How was Dolly Parton when she was there?
Oh, she was good. Dolly was very, very nice. And you know, sometimes people complain, you know, because Solid Gold, we had to shoot 2 shows at one time. So there was a lot of countdowns. We had 2 openings, 2 closings. Dolly Parton was cool. She just, whatever we told her to do, she was right there. Just a little tiny bitty lady. A bitty lady, but lots of fun. She was fun.
Those are things that have never been said about myself for Beverly.
Never call me little. Never call me itty bitty.
I never called you little fun. Well, everybody's little to me. Little is just one of my words, but she was short.
She's
short. She was a short.
She is tiny.
Now, on the opposite end, I know you might not answer this because you're such just a wonderful, amazing person. But does anybody stand out as not being kind?
In what?
Does anybody stand out that wasn't necessarily kind to everyone, or?
Oh, I don't think so.
Those people pretty good.
And I'm sure there was. But you know, I don't think I got into all of that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But you know, everybody. You always have divas around.
Yeah, right.
You know. Yeah.
How? There dancers that were dating or anything like
that?
Well,
you know, the thing is, you know, when you're working with a bunch of women, you know how that goes. And, but, you know, we all had our little moments. But I think overall, as a group, like we were, I think we got along pretty good. You know, I really think we did. And, because actually it was just a lot of hard work. Now, in rehearsals, we might have had a little moment, but when we had to hit that stage, we were on, you know. But it's, you know, you have all the little egos going around, so you're going to have all that. But it's okay. It comes with the territory. But we didn't have, like, out-and-out fights and, you know, we just had little incidents where one time we had a closing number and my breast was sitting out of my costume. and the director kept saying, hold, hold. And I kept wondering, why are we holding this so long? And I was standing there with my breath hanging out. And if I'm not mistaken, it might have been Ed that told me to put it back in. So, we did have a lot of things like that because our costumes were so skimpy, no telling what might fall out. But
hey, imagine in our situation what could fall out over here.
Oh, oh well.
So you talked a little earlier about, if you knew then what you know now, if you could go back and sit on, at the table casting Solid Gold, from the very beginning, what would you tell, what would you tell yourself? What would you say to yourself as you walk through the room to audition?
Well, I didn't have to audition. That was one good thing. They knew who I was, so they asked me to come. Now, if I had done anything, if I knew who I was, and I always talk about being present, because sometimes we're in a situation, but we're not really there, because when you go back a few days, you go, why didn't I say this? God darn it, why didn't I, So now you got to go back and say, oh, that was somebody else talking. That wasn't really me. But I just had some problems. I was going through some strange marriages, and I just took a back stand in a lot of things, and a lot of people tried to pull me forward. So if I could do this all over again, I would appreciate Darcel a little more, see that this girl had a lot on the ball that I didn't know about, and be a little more good to her, and be more focused on her, because I'm one of these people, I focus on everybody else. Everybody gets tied up with me. My kids, my husband, my friends, but Darcel never had it. And so now I'm having the chance to just be me and say, this is what I want and this is what I don't want, and walk away.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And
there's away could be a hard thing.
Even us, we don't want to put you in the box of Solid Gold, even though that was a huge part of your life, obviously. There's so much more to you than just Solid Gold. So what to you, because I'm sure you get so many questions about that era, right? What to you was your favorite accomplishment of your career so far? That
Darcel's going to go down in history as a legend.
Yeah. And you are.
And I know there's going to be some people that's going to keep my vision alive. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if I didn't do anything else today, you can say Darcel, Solid Gold. I mean, even now, I can go to the store and I'm thinking, people say, are you the girl on Solid Gold? I'm like, how did you know me? How could we forget? So I'm really not present to think people still remember me, or when they see me.
They do.
Yeah, they still remember, and some even know me by Darcel, and I thought maybe we went to school together. I'm like, did we go to school? Like, no, you were on Solid Gold. Or if I go to dinner, so that to me says something that, you, and then good things that people say, that you've inspired me. I'm dancing because of you. And the thing that's beautiful, I've had belly dancers, and this one girl said, this is what came out of me when I saw you. I'm like, what? So different expressions. Look at you, different expressions came out of other people. It wasn't just this dance, so that's a good role model,
absolutely.
And I feel like I am a good role model, and because my heart is for women and for men too, because, everybody wants a blueprint. It's hard being all this stuff. And now that I'm on this side of 60, you better not say nothing to me.
Good.
I'm going to have my way or no way.
I watched a video of you, oh gosh, it was probably last year when we could leave our houses, right? And you were at a concert. I can't remember what concert you were at.
O'Brien.
Yes, and you were just dancing and living life. And I thought, look at her, you're just a free person. Like you exude life, right? Like you just have this energy around you.
Yeah, I like that. And I didn't get, you know why? Because I started late. And my son used to say, Mommy, why are you starting so late? But I said, hey, better late than never,
That's right.
So,
That's right.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, I didn't, I grew up when I was 13, I didn't have a young girl's life. I was too busy going to dance classes, TV shows.
Being a celebrity.
So now, so now I can have some fun and I can do some of the things that I didn't do, and I'm okay with that. And it's never too late, I mean, what the heck?
Yeah. So you also did, you were in Hello Dolly with Pearl Bailey.
Bailey, oh, she was another one that, wow, another woman of wisdom. She threw out some beautiful nuggets to me, and she told me backstage one time, and she said, don't you ever think you can't be replaced, and she just would always give us some wisdom, advice, and she just was down to earth. She was another, and I did her TV show too.
Yeah.
And just like a mother, she wasn't all glamorous and all. She was just Pearl Bailey,
Yeah.
And that's what you be. You just want to be. You don't have to be all these things. Just be you, And when you have to try to be somebody, that's not good. That's not good. So Hello Dolly was another step. That was my first time doing Broadway. And that was quite an experience. That was my first time in New York. And I didn't know people move so fast in New York. So when I went out on the street, everybody looked like they were passing me up, right? And I was like, okay, Darcy, you better walk a little faster so they won't think you're new to the city. So I started walking real fast and walking and waving at people and talking. So I jumped on the train and it took me somewhere. I don't even know where I was. And it went all the way to the end. And I was like, okay, can you take me all the way back to wherever I came from? But New York was a little too fast for me.
Yeah.
But that was my first experience. I was moving real slow. And then Peter Pan, I had a chance to play Tiger Lily. And that was a real big experience. And the guy, the choreographer who did Superstar, did Tiger Lily, and I had a chance to do that with Sandy Duncan.
Oh, wow.
So that was, yeah. And he said his only regret that he had with Peter Pan that I didn't ask you to come play Tiger Lily on Broadway. So see, it's things like that. And I know a lot of people who should have had me do some stuff that didn't, and that's why I'm going to do it now.
Yeah, that's right.
And
if you ever want to come dance in Ohio with us, we would love it.
Hey.
Here's the thing. We want to introduce, the reason we wanted to have you on our show, we wanted to introduce you to a newer generation that doesn't know about Solid Gold, about Jesus Christ Superstar, about Xanadu. And to us,
80.
We want to keep the younger people to know what real legendary talent is like.
Right. This one gentleman came over on my page, find out who you are. I said, well, why don't you go find out? So he did, and he came back, and he said, I'm a fan. I said, okay. So, yeah, there are, and then there's kids that say, hey, my mom and my dad know you.
Yeah.
And they'll say, my father named me after you. And I'm like, yes.
It's amazing.
I'll tell the kids, if you don't know me, ask mommy and daddy. They know me.
And what's great is you had such a brilliant career, and you have so much ahead of you still. So if you wouldn't mind just one more time telling our viewers just everything that you're doing, that you're working on, that's coming up, so everyone knows where they can find all of your stuff coming up. Well,
I'm on Facebook is Darcel. Instagram is Darcel Solid Gold. My book is Darcel Solid Gold, AOL.com. And the book, we're reviving some things, and That's going to be good too because we have some book signings coming up, and we're going to do some cocktails with Darcel.
Oh,
so everything's going to be good with Darcel, you know. So and that's a good thing. And of course, we have Darcel on the Move, which is going to be my baby project. I'm really looking forward to that. And then, you know, we have the 80s dance party, you know, coming up. And let's see, I'm sure Shonda's going to tell me all the stuff. You know, when you can do so much and you have so much on your plate, you know, it's like, okay, what's next? Okay. And, you know, Shonda's like, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And the other thing for me, this technology is so different.
Listen,
you know,
we are the same way. We struggle.
Everything I do, I call my son. Hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? And my assistant, she's so wonderful. She'll say, okay, press the button to the left. What button? Go over here. Go to the top. It's like, oh my God, it's like crazy, you know? So
Listen,
all of this.
Darcel, you should have saw us trying to figure out how to sit in the camera together. We're sitting in front of a ring light. We don't even know what the hell this is. Like,
yeah. I know. It's all, and you know, 2 years ago, that's why I got on Facebook. God told me, he said, you know what? We're going to have a new way of communicating. In the next 2 years, everything's going to be on the internet.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he meant like this. You know, I thought, you know, it's just we're going to do more. But I mean, everything's going to be done on the internet. And that's why I think being shut in is good. People are learning new ways to do
that's
things.
Exactly right. Because
yeah, and
I think sadly,
we use
this is going to be around for a while, I think.
Yeah, and if we use this time wisely, we're going to come up with some pretty good ideas. And I'm enjoying the new things that people are doing. You know, people are finding themselves, finding new ways to invent themselves, because you got to have change. You can't keep doing the same thing the same way.
Right.
Because everything's moving, and this is giving us a chance to do some new things. I just need help.
Trust me.
But I'm doing good.
We have some people that have been watching, and people are saying they want you to go on a tour with your book. So think about going out on the road and doing some book tours. And
yes.
We promise you we'll be the first in line.
We're yeah. Well, you know, with this going on, being locked up, some things we already had in place, but it's okay because now we're working out some kinks or some other things. But yeah, you know, my thing is always timing. You know, when the time is right, it just happens. Look at all the things you tried to rush.
Yeah.
And then you wonder, you know, but when it happened, it was so smooth and right there. So I'm all about timing. Don't push me, don't rush me, because you won't get it, you know. But I know timing is the exact thing for me. It works for me, you know, because I can look back and go, I should have waited. Why are you rushing? So being on this side of 50, I'm learning to just wait, be patient, happen. And you know what? If it doesn't happen, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that too.
Well, we want to say this side of 50 for you looks incredible on you.
Thank you. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
If it gets worse, call me. I've got a lot of wigs and a lot of makeup.
Hey, well, you know that we got a lot of wigs and makeup and everything else I can find. You know, I'll grab whatever works for me. Believe me. Yeah, I was. Oh, there's a lot of things I can tell you I would love to do. You know, but I'm trying to keep it real. But you know, I would love to do a whole lot of things that I think would help me look a little better. Because you know, I don't know. Listen, you know how that goes.
I'm looking at a picture of you, and you look stunning. Trust me, you look wonderful.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah.
I'm a little disgusted. It's so good.
I know. Yeah, I'm working on it. Maybe the next time you see me, I may be 15 pounds smaller. Let's see.
Hey,
working
next time you see me, I might be the only one on camera because I keep getting fatter and fatter with this.
Two people. But what I'm going to ask you, are you happy?
I'm happy, Darcel. I had to buy a second refrigerator for all my frozen food.
I know everybody.
I did. It's terrible, but I'm
I know
happy.
everybody's trying to store up, but everybody wants toilet paper. I don't get it.
I don't either. I have enough toilet paper when I don't have enough of Doritos. That's what I need.
Right?
Ice cream and yeah. And this is all the stuff I couldn't eat and couldn't have, you know.
Right.
And even like a donut, man, I have to have a donut once a month.
God, that sounds so good. Once a
I
month.
want a donut. Yeah. And but you know what?
This interview's over.
I had 4
Why no? Because it's a treat. You know, I always say you should treat yourself. Then it tastes better. You know, if I had a donut as much as I would like a donut, but now when I get it, I sit there, I just let those.
Now I want a donut.
We have to get donuts. Donuts with Darcel.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Donuts with Darcel.
Yes, that's my favorite. Love me some.
I hope you'll come back and join us again when things calm down, and we can help you. We would love to promote your book and anything that you have coming up on our Instagrams and our Facebooks. We just think the world of you, and it's incredible to just be able to sit here and talk with you.
Thank you. You know, I would like to do something because I heard you have a birthday.
I do.
And look what I got you.
Darcel!
I wanted everybody to sing happy birthday to you, all your fans and all the people watching.
Darcel, you're going to make me cry. This is going to be the best thing ever.
Okay. Now, I didn't tell you I could sing, but I will sing for you.
That's okay. Oh,
happy
my gosh.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Virginia. Happy birthday to you. I wish you the very best. You can shut your eyes and make a wish, and I wish that for you too.
I love you. That just made my day. It made my year. You don't know how much that means to me. Thank you.
You're so very welcome. Birthdays are so important. That was the day you were born. That's your day. So thank you for allowing me to celebrate it with you. I don't know what this cake is. So I would buy the cake. I would buy the cake and throw it away.
It's a special birthday because I'm turning 21.
Oh, you go. Well, wait a minute. I'll drink to that.
Cheers. Oh, I'm so glad you had a martini. I'm happy to see that. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise.